Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Right back to Pacheco. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now it becomes a critical 3rd down.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Young. Pressure comes, and he's taken down. The Raiders got him! And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. The Jaguars into punt formation. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Fields this at the 42. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders pull out in front further, 13-zip. They have him back there because of what he can do with even the smallest sliver of daylight. And for my money, Brock, there aren't many plays more exciting than seeing a punt return for a touchdown.
You know what it kind of reminds me of? The playground back in the day, right? You play tag, and you just can't get to that guy. He's just making you miss. Whether it is, I don't know, Devin Hester, Dante Hall, the human joystick, or Cordero Patterson, those elite guys, you just can't bring them down.
Now, Brock, you always tell me they're special for a reason. Quite the boost from their special teams on that score as they kick it away. He'll take this at the 10. And this drive will start inside the 25. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Young. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's got it at the 5. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. And that's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Has it at the 11. And he's brought down just inside the 25. All right, working from the gun to starts. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Young working from the gun. Finds him over the middle. This gets forward to around the 29. Play stopped by Damone Clark. On 3rd down, it's Young. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
6 yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this. Going for it, Young. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Warren. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Warren. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They'll come up 1st and 10. They run for the first time with a rookie from Clemson. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the 1st. We're through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. 21-0 our score. More from this one right after this. and excited to start this second quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. Running for the marker on second. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Raiders were running away so far. We've got a 27-zip game. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Young. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So that brings up 2nd down.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. It will continue to do so.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Off his back foot, hurling this deep. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Third and long for him here. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked up by Dante Kent. And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Fires right away, but incomplete.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Raiders first. From the red zone now. Cut near the goal line. And in for the touchdown. The Raiders parlay the interception into points. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. His return starts at the 5. Showing a little burst so far. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear. hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Bounced it outside, but still no luck as he's brought down at the line. 2nd down coming up. Offense in the hurry up here. 2nd and 10 now. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. A 1st down carry for Pacheco. He's got room to roam here. And he will not get any further, but plenty of progress already. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Going to the ground again on 1st. Has a big hole left. And finally, he's down at the 5-yard line. Working quickly here. First down, and they go right back to him. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Offense up to the line fast. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Touchdown! The Jaguars start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Right up the gut. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Back-to-back carries here. Has good room at the 35. And he's all the way up to the 41. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
1st and 10 from the 41. Another carry for him. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. That was a Fatu Melifonwu there to make the play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Ireland. The Raiders trying to add to their lead. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. This time it's a passing play. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. Will take over deep in enemy territory. He's out inside the 30 on the INT.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about it. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something-something to the return.
Offense in the hurry-up here. Here we go, 2nd and 9. He drops this down to Pacheco underneath. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Now a give left side to Pacheco. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. It's Pacheco again. And he runs this one in for the touchdown. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Jaguars cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Here's a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. From midfield now. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Ifatu Melifonwu with the INT. And the Jaguars take over as he records his 10th career INT. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Young looking to throw. He has the touchdown. The Jaguars chop some of the lead off before the half. Loud McConkey with a touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or two high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Making some progress here. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Looking for a throw here. Escapes the pocket. Taking off with it again. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
From the 48. Escapes out to the left. He finds his running back on a deep shot. Nicely done. And he's got it all the way down to the 12. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. And oh, he got it! Interception! And the Jaguars do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. He's going to field this at the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Run from Pacheco to start the half. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. A second down run by Pacheco. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got third down now coming up.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
No luck on the look to his back. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Fourth down, Young throwing. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Warren running between the tackles. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Warren once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. He's going to throw this one. Caught just shy of the goal line. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. And they've got themselves a 1st and goal. Throwing now off play action. Rolling out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders push their lead further to start the half.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down. And he just put on a show.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. 35 on the pickup. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Right back to Pacheco. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Young. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Avoided one crisis on a dropped pick. Now they're facing another 3rd and long. Shotgun snap now to Young. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up 4th down. Now it's Young. Gets this one to Freiermuth. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Working quickly here. To the air yet again, Young. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Running left with Pacheco. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. That's Harrison Phillips there for the stop. Offense up to the line fast. On 3rd down, it's Young. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th. They're going for it. Young. He finds him beyond the marker. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal. Young working from the gun. And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. The Jaguars shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars get it back to a 14-point game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
On 2nd down, Warren. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
New set of downs for him from the 46. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Raiders up by multiple touchdowns, and they've got the football. New set of downs for him from the 46. On first, it's Warren again. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
Here's 2nd and 11. Dumps it off to his running back. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. And he'll get about 4 yards as that brings up 2nd down.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And in for the touchdown. The Raiders make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. McPherson at the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders stretch their lead to 21. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return coming here from the 12. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Young. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Sidney Brown makes the play. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Charvarius Ward picks it off. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the 2nd half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Sidney Brown makes the play. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. First call here coming from the shotgun. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders put up even more points in a win. Going after up and good by McPherson. And the Raiders continue piling on to this lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Starting at the 10. This makes it up to the 25. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Now these drives quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Dublin. Jaguars hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Back to throw. Here's Young. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that brings up 4th and long. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. They're going to pass it here. He lobs it deep middle. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they face 2nd down. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He's trying to go deep again. Another pick bounces off their hands in the end zone, Brock. Back-to-back chances to escape the field, and they dropped both interceptions. Whew, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover, and that's going to leave them with a tough 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Here he is on 3rd and long. And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Raiders continue piling it on here in the 4th. Oh, look at this. They're faking it. And the defense sees right through those smoke and mirrors and take him to the turf. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This taken from the 12. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. Almost a very quick drive, but the drop pick gives him new life. This is 2nd down. Play action now. Young. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
3rd and long for him here. That finds Davis complete. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30. Here's Young again. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Following the incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Young. Completed over the middle. Continuing to move past the 45. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. That goes for 36 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
First down, Young. Has it downfield, working the left. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards. Clock working against them here as they hurry to that line. First down from the red zone. Oh, he's got it in close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Sticking to the air, it's Young. And he's got it, so they'll pull a little ways back with a touchdown. The Jaguars putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars take a molehill off that mountain as they still trail by 27. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Returnable from the 2. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Launches one deep down. They connect on the deep shot. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. He's dropping back to throw. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. But they just can't finish the play. To the air, 3rd and long. Throwing deep for the end zone. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Raiders running up the score. So it's a road win for the Raiders in this one. And they can be proud of their exploits down the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. So for my partner Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders winners as we say so long from Dublin.